Welcome to our zine project. This one is Word Wisdom, and this is the page you're going to be creating for your zine. We're going to be mixing image, the photos that you've taken, with your aphorism to create a graphic page. As you can see here, we're going to be focusing a lot on our shapes tool and color and blending colors. This is a lot of fun. So, let's get started. Our document. Go up to File, New. Wait for our document panel to come up. Go ahead and hit Print. Because we're going to be making a page, this is going to be letter, but we have to make an adjustment. So let's go over to our letter details of our page. Change points to inches. And instead of 11, we're going to write 5.5. Make sure you're in inches. And depending on your design, it can be oriented portrait or landscape. We can change those later and then hit Create. Perfect. Now you're on your way. Let's go and save our document as Save As Word Wisdome Zine, so that you know it's part of your zine here. And go ahead in your documents and save it and hit OK. Now we need to work on a grid. We're going to be working on thirds with this project. So we have to go to our line segment tool and rectangle grid. We're going to just click the mouse once and we get a dialog box, and we want 2 by 2 and then hit OK, and you're going to get a grid. Let's go over to our select tool, corner to corner. Perfect. Now let's talk about our layers. Locate your layers. It should say layer 1 in your layers panel, and underneath it should say group. The eye turns your layer on and off, so if you need to hide something, you can click on the arrow. To select the layer, you can click on the circle, and that selects it. And in this case, we want to also lock it so it doesn't move, because this is going to go in our background. Our next thing is our image. So let's go get our image. File. And for our image, we don't want to drag it in. We want to control it. So we're going to go to File, Place. Locate your image from your photo. I'm going to use a poster image just because I'm so proud of my students who are going to a film festival in Coachella. So let's just open that one. Now with our place, you notice that you get the little picture icon with it. All you're going to do is drag your picture across your screen. And in this case, it doesn't go across, and that's okay. I probably need to, in mine, switch my layout. So I'm going to hit return because I'm done with my, Alright, if you notice your picture isn't taking up 2/3 of your grid without stretching it, just as you bring it into the place, we need to change the format of your layout. So right now I want everyone to stop, raise your hand, and I'll come over and see how your picture is working with your grid. Right now we will stop, raise your hand, I'll come over and check your work to see if we need to change the orientation of our page, and if we do, then we'll work through those steps together, and if you're good, we will then continue. So at this point, raise your stick and I'll come over and help you. Great, so let's continue now with our proportional grid layout of our image and our color background. And just adjusting, sometimes it takes a little work, right? When we're designing and we need to change something, it does take work, and it doesn't just happen with the snap of a finger. I want my picture to be no higher than 2 of my grids, and that gives it 1/3 of its work. And then the top third is going to be for my text, or I can have it the other way around, where it's the bottom third. Or, so if you are doing a landscape portrait, notice that I have 1/3 reserved for the image and 1/3 reserved for my text space. So that's just the other direction you can have it. Now that I have my rectangle, we're going to do a really cool feature for color. Our colors of the project, it's all going to come from your image. So I'm going to come over to my eyedropper. I still have my rectangle selected. I'm going to come down. I'm going to pick a color from my picture to match it. Exactly. Any color you see in your picture. And as I just move around, I'm getting different colors of sand, of walls. Really cool, dusty effect. Really makes your picture look great. Okay, that's part 1. Raise your hand when you have finished this part 1. It may either look like this, or it may look like this. Now let's take a preview of what you'll be doing in part 2.